Hello and welcome back to Physical Science Online. Here we are doing our conservation of mass lab, where we're going to try to experience mass being conserved. Hopefully in class you've gone over what the word conservation means, what the words law of conservation means, so that this lab is more of an explanation of those concepts or demonstration of those concepts. The reaction today is between baking soda and vinegar. Hopefully you've done this once or 3 or 4 times in your life. Baking soda and vinegar together effervesce. They produce those bubbles. Effervescence is when bubbles are produced when two things combine. And the cool thing about this reaction is that it appears that the baking soda just kind of disappears. So as that effervescence comes to an end, the baking soda is no longer there. You can't see that white powder anymore at the end. Take a pause in your video and fill out the prediction section of your lab at this point before you go forward. We want to predict what you think is going to happen or where you think that mass goes when this reaction occurs. Then you can keep watching. So some concepts that we need to know today. We would be practicing good measuring technique. I'm going to have a lot of stuff pre-measured because I only got the 5-minute video. Another concept that's important to know is this, that air has mass. Let me prove that to you really quickly. I have a balloon, weighs 3.1 grams. And then I'm going to quick blow it up. Actually, I just have a different balloon blown up to the side. When I mass this one out, it's a little bit difficult to see because of where the camera is. But I'll let you know that the mass is out at 3.4 grams. So just by blowing the balloon up, same exact balloon, I increased my mass. Gas, air does have mass. So let's try to prove that really quickly. Now I didn't bring my proper materials over. So we're going to do the lab experiment, which basically says to take a baggie, which is going to be a closed system. So if there's no tears or anything like that in their baggies, which I can't guarantee, nothing should be able to get out. That's what a closed system is. We're going to pour in 50 milliliters of vinegar, using that meniscus if you were in class, and get a mass on this vinegar. So we got to get all the air out. Remember, air has mass. I'm going to try to mass out our vinegar and baggie together so we know what our starting mass is. 52.8. I know it's a little hard to read. 52.8 on the screen. And then we're going to add, once again, pre-measured, so you're just going to have to kind of believe me, 2 grams of vinegar. 52.8 plus 2 should be what? People at home with calculators out and about. The key here is to not get the two to mix until I flip the bag over. So I'm putting the powder in one side, closing my bag, once again with no air. 52.8 plus 2 should be what? Well, let's see. 52.8 plus 2 should be 54.8. It's a little bit short of that, so maybe my measuring wasn't perfect. Maybe there's a leak in the bag. Maybe something else is going on. Who knows? That's for you to determine at home. So my bag is blowing up here. Once again, there was no air in here when I started. And now we are up to, it almost feels kind of like a balloon. The baking soda has appeared to disappear. And my ending mass is 54.4. Changing around a little bit depending on which way it balances correctly or not. So 54.3 ending mass. So using your knowledge of law of conservation of mass and some of the errors that might be in here, please fill out the rest of this lab sheet. I know the lab sheet asks for a second trial. That's fine. You don't need to do a second trial. You can just do one trial because the results are pretty similar. It's actually my second time going through since I messed up the first video anyways. And you should be able to finish out the rest of the lab based on that information. So there you go.